Hello there, Lunar Squadron, welcome back to the channel. Now, over the past few weeks, we've gotten so many questions about this topic. Are there going to be Clone Wars characters in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga? And is there going to be a DLC pack for these Clone Wars characters at some point? Now, we are going to go over the likelihood of a Clone Wars DLC pack and talk about which characters are the most likely to appear based on both which packs we know are going to be in this game, as well as the history of Clone Wars characters being added as DLC in LEGO Star Wars games past. Now, before we get into all of that good stuff, we have a few brief messages from Nick.
Yep, we sure do. First, we are doing our Q&A giveaway, where we will be giving away a mystery LEGO Star Wars LEGO set. Now, the way to get involved in this Q&A and get involved in this giveaway is to do three simple things. 1, like this video. 2, subscribe to the channel. And 3, leave a Q&A question down below in the comments. If you do those three things, you will be entered to win this mystery LEGO Star Wars set, which will be revealed at the Q&A, which we are currently planning on doing once we finish our breakdown series that we are working on the channel. The other message is actually, I have a question for Bosk. Boss, now I know you were heavily involved in the Republic and Clone Wars era, so do you have any cool stories you could share with us about the Clone Wars? I would really love to hear them.
Where the hunt leads, I follow.
Wow, thanks, Bosk. You know, you continue to just give us irrelevant information, but thank you, I guess. Anyway, guys, let's just go ahead and jump into this video and talk about Clone Wars DLC characters.
This is Lunar Squadron standing by. We are ready to make the jump to hyperspace. On my mark, Lunar Squadron.
Now, I want to start this discussion off by talking about what we know about the DLC, what has been confirmed. And we know as of now that TT Games has plans to launch alongside with the game 7 DLC packs, including Mandalorian Season 1, Mandalorian Season 2, The Bad Batch, Solo, Rogue One, as well as the Classic Characters pack and the Trooper pack. Now, the only one of these that we know how many characters there are is the Trooper pack, which has 5 characters. So if there were going to be any more DLC packs, we would maybe estimate that they would be in the range of 5, maybe 6 or 7 characters per pack. But I guess the main question is, now that we know what we are going to have with the game by way of DLC, what is the likelihood of newer DLC being announced for this game? And luckily enough for us, we actually have some commentary from a developer at TT Games, Mike Consalvy, who was interviewed at E3 2019 following the demo for the game by ScreenRant. There's an article where he was asked point blank, what is TT Games' plan for post-launch content? And of course, we all know that one dev is going to be speaking for the whole company, and he might have been caught on his heels here. But the answer that we have is, quote, "We don't have any current plans for post-launch content. After launch, we will support it, but as of right now, it's just the Skywalker Saga." So I'm just going to kind of turn it over to you, Nick. Based on that quote, what are you thinking the likelihood of us getting additional DLC is going to be based off of what we know from Mike Consalvy's quote here?
So I have 2 main thoughts as an initial reaction to reading this quote. One, it's kind of a non-answer. He doesn't say yes and he doesn't really say no. They say they don't have any current plans for post-launch content, but then the next sentence he says after launch they'll support the game, which is to me kind of contradicting each other, those 2 statements. So it's kind of a non-answer. And you know, this interview was back in 2019. That was almost 3 years ago, and a lot can and has changed over the last 3 years. And my other thought is, when it comes to the Clone Wars and honestly Star Wars Rebels, to me, it would not make a lot of sense to not have either of those be DLC character packs in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Since those shows are so intertwined with The Skywalker Saga, to me, those two just have to have DLC character packs in this game. And we have actually seen the Clone Wars as DLC for previous LEGO Star Wars games, most notably LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, where we saw a character pack which included Jedi Barriss Offee, Darkside Warrior Asajj Ventress and Savage Opress, Captain Rex, Commander Cody, Hondo Ohnaka, and Aurra Sing and Cad Bane. Now, the interesting thing here about this, Andreas, is we actually have some of these characters already in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, don't we?
That's right, Nick. We saw in the character list that Aurra Sing will be in this game. This is a character who kind of got in this game on a technicality, right? Like, she appears in episode 1, I believe it's on the sidelines of the Boonta Eve, right? For like a split second. So, I mean, good for her. You made it in just barely, but she's definitely going to be in the game. And then Barriss Offee is another one of those characters who's briefly in episode 2. So she's going to be in the game as well. And then finally, we have Commander Cody, who I think more rightfully so deserves a spot in this lineup, given that he tried to absolutely obliterate Obi-Wan Kenobi, our favorite Jedi. So I think, for the effort, he at least deserves to be in this game. But the other ones are still, not confirmed to be in this game whatsoever. And, we have good reason to believe that they won't be. And a lot of people are very concerned about that, particularly for characters where we've already seen in alphabetical order that their omission is a reality at this point. I'm talking about characters like Captain Rex, who people are very disappointed about, rightfully so. So, I mean, what do you think, Nick? Which characters do you think are going to be in this DLC based off of what we know?
Yeah, so I think reading this list from LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, there are obvious characters that appear on this list that would be in our official list and are on our official list when it comes to a potential Clone Wars DLC character pack in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. However, there are some holes to fill because 3 of these characters are already confirmed to be in the game. So I think we should just jump into our official Lunar Squadron list of Clone Wars DLC characters that we would add to the game. There is actually 6 characters that we have on our list. The first one is Ahsoka, and I believe that she should appear with her blue saber appearance for a couple different reasons. This is the appearance that we last see Ahsoka in Season 7 of the Clone Wars. It is the most recent appearance of Ahsoka in the Clone Wars, as well as it is the most recent physical LEGO set appearance that we have gotten for Ahsoka as far as minifigures go. They released this set last year. It is the duel on Mandalore between Darth Maul and Ahsoka. So, in my opinion, Andreas, Ahsoka should get in as a Clone Wars DLC character with her blue saber appearance. Now, obviously, there is a chance that she does appear in the Mando Season 2 character pack, but I would really like to see her get a Clone Wars appearance just because that's where she got her name. That's why she is so famous in the Star Wars community and why she became one of my favorite characters. I would really like to see her get a Clone Wars appearance.
Now, number 2 is a character that we think just has to be in this game. If you're going to put Commander Cody in the game, you have to put Captain Rex as well. We know there are so many people who would love to see Captain Rex in the game. And as we said before, Captain Rex was included in the Clone Wars DLC pack for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. So we think that this is one that if you're going to include a Clone Wars DLC pack, he absolutely has to be in this one, in this iteration, and he easily comes in at number 2 for us.
Now, the third character on this list is another character that appears on that list for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, and that is Asajj Ventress. She plays a huge role over multiple seasons in Star Wars The Clone Wars, and in our opinion, she has to be on this list and appear in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga if they do indeed do a Clone Wars DLC pack.
Now, the fourth character on our list is another character that was on the LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens list, and that is Savage Opress. Now, if Savage Opress weren't on this list, another great character that could make his way is the Robo Legs Maul appearance. As you guys know, we saw from the character list that there were 2 Darth Maul appearances, but from the trailers, we've seen both a hooded and unhooded Maul. So we kind of already have confirmation that the 2 appearances on that list are going to be hooded and unhooded Maul, leaving the omission of a Robo Legs Maul. Now, there's already one way other than this pack, and this is the reason why we kind of are leaning on Savage Opress for this one, is that we all know there is a solo pack, and as you guys all know, Robo Legs Maul made his appearance in Solo: A Star Wars Story, so there is another already confirmed DLC pack where we might actually be able to see a Robo Legs Maul before they end up releasing a Clone Wars DLC pack. So I'm going to go with Savage Opress in at number 4. Nick, what do you have for number 5?
Now, our 5th character on this list is yet another character that has already appeared in LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Actually, the last 2 characters on our list both appeared in that DLC character pack for The Force Awakens, but they just make so much sense and they play such huge roles in the Clone Wars, so obviously they have to be on our list for a potential character pack in the Skywalker Saga. And this 5th character is the famous pirate. We all know and love him, Hondo Ohnaka. He's got to be on this list. He plays a huge role in the Clone Wars. He is a huge pain in the side to our Jedi friends, and he's also just a ton of fun. I think he's hilarious. I really like him, and I would like to see just kind of what abilities he would have. I would guess he would come in as a scoundrel. He just really fits that character class, and I think he would be a lot of fun to use. So, 5th character on our list out of 6 is the pirate captain, Hondo Ohnaka.
The 6th and final character that we think is going to be on this list is Nick's favorite bounty hunter, Cad Bane. You guys all guessed it. I think Cad Bane would be a really cool character to include in this DLC pack because it would just be really nice to have yet another bounty hunter that we are able to, propulse with his jet boots or whatever they're called, and then wreak havoc from above. It's just a very cool concept for this character, and with his, extreme involvement throughout the Clone Wars and recent prevalence, I think this would be a great pick for this game, and I think we can almost look forward to this one being included. If there is going to be a Clone Wars pack, you can't do it without Cad Bane. Well, there you have it. Just to recap, our Lunar Squadron certified Clone Wars DLC pack would include Ahsoka Tano, Asajj Ventress, Captain Rex, Savage Opress, Hondo Ohnaka, as well as Cad Bane. Let us know in the comments down below which Clone Wars character you would all include in your DLC lists. Of course, your comments are always welcome on the channel. We love hearing your input, and your opinion is just as good as ours. And think of this video as a great way to get out, your ideas on paper for potential prying eyes at TT Games who might come upon, some of the top suggestions. That said, make sure to like, if somebody has a great suggestion in the comments, make sure to like their comments so that it gets put to the top so that, the folks at TT Games might see them. Also, make sure to include a Q&A comment down below, as well as like this video and subscribe to the channel to make sure that you are in the running for a brand new LEGO Star Wars LEGO set. You just have to do those 3 steps and you are in the running to potentially win that LEGO set at our Q&A giveaway, which will be after our breakdown series. Now, with that all said, that's going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, we will see you all next time.